Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Actually, my system got restarted because it hanged. I don't know what was
Oh,
the issue.
oh, oh, no problem. So, can you just share your screen?
Yeah,
Are you sharing something?
yeah, I've shared just now. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes. Just open Notepad plus
Yeah,
plus or
yeah,
any editor that you have.
yeah.
Okay, okay. So, let me have a look at your resume. Uh, your skills are Java 8, then Spring Boot, microservices, and Oracle, SQL, MySQL, AWS. Okay. Do you have any UI skills?
UI skills.
Yes. Any UI framework you worked on?
No, actually, I haven't worked on UI.
Never worked on UI.
Yeah, I never worked actually.
Okay. And as I can see, you are compatible with Java 17, right?
Yeah, actually, in one of the migration, I have migrated to Java 17.
Your voice is breaking a bit.
Hello? Am I audible?
Yeah, your voice was breaking. Yeah, now it is good.
Okay.
So, okay. Yeah. So, what are
Hello? Hello? Hello?
hello?
Yeah, I didn't able to hear you. Something was told?
Yeah, what are the new features in Java 17?
Yeah. So basically, they were like upgradation from Java X to Jakarta validation came. So that changes we did in our entity classes. So whatever annotations that we have used like entities, added entity, added table. So those were previously taken from Java X dot persistence package. So now it has been upgraded to Jakarta package.
No, I'm talking about in general. In general, what
Hmm.
are the new features in Java 17? I'm not talking about your project.
Okay.
In general, what are the new features in Java 17?
Yeah. So I think Switch came with multiple cases at once. So we can add Lambda function in the Switch case, and then we can add a conditional statement over there. And we can add multiple values with comma separated. Like we can group it. Like if let's suppose one value is coming for multiple conditions, so that we can pass it over there. So that thing we can do. Then I think record and seal features came. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, and then Jakarta. So these three I can remember of.
Mm, okay. Let me give you one scenario. Okay.
Hmm. Okay.
Now we have the bank transactions, right?
Yeah.
Now when a particular transaction occurs, we get one OTP, right? Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, your voice is breaking. I think there is that connection may be unstable or
Hello. Am I audible?
yeah, you're audible.
Yeah.
But maybe the connect network connection is not stable from your end.
Okay. Is it voice is coming now? Better.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was talking about one scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we have the bank transactions, right?
Yeah.
So usually we get one OTP, which is maybe of 6 digits, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I want to generate one OTP which is 6 digits, but condition is that the digits within that OTP should be repeated. Minimum one digit should be repeated within that OTP so that it is easy for me to remember that OTP. Okay.
Okay.
So you got the question, right? I want to generate a 6 digit OTP
Okay.
and minimum one digit within that OTP should be repeated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how you will implement using Java? Just assume that you already have that OTP generated. You just have to check whether any of its digits is repeated or not. You just have to check that. So you
Okay.
can write one function where you're taking a 6 digit number
Mm-hmm.
and checking whether any of its digit is repeated or not.
Okay.
So I want you to write this Java code, but write it efficiently. Try to make try to make use of features of Java, and try to have the minimum possible code.
Okay.
So just take a 6 digit integer as an input, and you have to give a boolean as output.
Okay.
You got the question, right?
Yes, yes, I got it.
And that digit is 6 digit number.
Okay. I've written it.
Uh, can you explain it? What you have done?
Yeah, actually, first of all, I have splitted it so that it will get converted to string array, and then I have created a map of string comma integer so that I will get a count of each and every data, and along with that, like how many times it's repeating. So I have done arrays dot stream over it, and then I've done dot collect collectors dot grouping by. So basically I have grouped based upon the each and every individual integer, and along with that the count of that. So I have created a map of it, so it will basically map like this particular integer is repeating how many times, so count it will map. And then I have stored it here, and then I've used entry set dot stream, and then within that I am checking like if anywhere the value is greater than one, that means it's duplicating. So its duplicate means you can return false or else you can return true.
And map dot entry set, what it will return?
Uh, yeah, so basically this is not a part of a collection actually map, so we have to convert it into a particular collection type, so it will convert it into a set of data. So set is a part of collection, so that's why we are making use of entry set so that we can stream on it. So stream basically works on collection
No,
interface.
no, but what may be the content of that set? Map data dot entry set, what it will contain? Because we have map as an input and you are converted into a set. If you are converting map to set, how what it will convert it to?
Yeah, so it will basically get the data in the form of key value pair, and it will store it in map.entry format. So
No,
in
but we already have data in key value format in map, right?
mhm.
Why you are getting the entry set then?
Because we need to convert into set type so that we can stream on it.
No, I am asking what is the content of entry set?
Uh, Entry set, it will store unique key pairs.
Will it be in key value format or only one value?
Key
Because
key value. Uh-huh.
we already have map in key value format.
Yeah,
What you are processing, like by having entry set, what you are doing, what you are trying to achieve?
yeah. So basically, we are converting into stream type. So that is we have to working on basically converting to collection type so that a stream can work upon it.
Just tell me what is the data type of entry set. Can you write it down? What is data type of entry set that you are streaming?
Data type. Okay.
Because mapped data is a map, right?
Yeah.
Then what about entry set? Why
I
you are converting it to entry set? That is my question.
I think it return type will be of set type.
Okay, set with what?
Uh,
Having which parameters? Having which generic parameters?
it is just it returns the set of key value mappings basically. So it is basically the set
No,
of.
I'm saying that we already have map as key value pairs, right? Why you are converting it to entry set?
Yeah, we need to convert it into set of map.entry because on map data we can't
Yeah,
stream it.
that is my question. Can you just write what is the data type or what is the format of entry set?
Okay, so return type of entry set will be like this.
And do you think this is a efficient solution? Because you are doing so much processing here, right? Do you think this is a efficient solution?
I think with help of stream we have to group by only, no, otherwise how will I get the count of each and every stream, like how many times it's repeating?
Don't you think, do you have any other solution which may have less lines of code?
Uh, Rather than storing it in a variable, we can directly put it in one line only here. That way we can
So
do that.
do we need the features of Java 8 here? See, we have that string, which is the array of strings, right?
Yeah.
Can we just put it into a set and check the size of the set?
Okay.
If it is less than 6, then there are duplicates, right? Or it is 6, then there are unique elements, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Correct.
is it is that simple, right?
Yeah. Got it.
Why we are doing so much processing?
Okay.
Okay, no problem. We just have to put each entry into a set and just have to verify the size of the set, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm pinging you one class. Okay.
Okay.
Just to give me a minute. Just put it into your
Mhm.
notepad. Okay, so I have pasted two classes here. Okay, and they are interrelated to each other.
Okay.
And I have pasted one more class. Now you can see that we have the marks as one of the field for the student class, and that marks class has been given above, right?
Yeah.
So the classes are interrelated.
Yeah.
So the field of the student class is marks, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I want to have this student class as a immutable class, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to convert this student class to a immutable class. So
Okay.
can you just write the getter method for marks, considering it as a immutable class? I want to convert this student class as a immutable class. So just write the getter method for marks.
Okay. Think you can do like this.
Are you sure it will work, or do we direct have access to clone?
Uh, for that, we need to implement clonable.
Okay, why you are making it complex?
It's a getter method, so
There
yeah.
there may be some unsupported features, right? Clone not supported, or maybe you may get some exceptions, and you have to make so many things. Do you think any other way to do what you are trying to achieve, the cloning part? Okay, okay, no, no problem. Just leave it. I have one. Just study these two classes. Okay.
Okay.
What is the interrelation between these two classes? Okay.
Okay.
Now, just assume that we have one list. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just pinging you. I have some maybe you call it as a service from I'm getting the list of student as students, right?
Hmm.
I have just pinged you something. Okay. Now you have to process this list. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It
I
is
have
in
already
student
pinged
class.
you. Yeah, yeah. It is the list of student class. I already pinged you. Okay. So you are having this students list, right? Which has been stored in a variable of student, which is a list of student, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to process this list, students list, okay? And you have to came out with this answer. List the name of students having maximum price. We have stored instances of student inside this students list. So you have to process this list, students list, and you have to came out with this answer. I'm not saying that this may be possible in one line, but try to use Java 8. You may have some intermediate results as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not saying that you have to try it in one line. Just try it using Java 8.
Okay. So it is containing this student class, right?
Yeah, students class is having one of the field as friends, which is also a list of student, right? So each student is having a list of friends. So you have to get the name of students having maximum friends, or maybe just one student having maximum friend.
So here we have to make use of another field, friends, like that.
No, no, you already have at line number 46, right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have to calculate a, student having maximum friends.
Yes, yes. It may be just one.
So it is a list of student and service will get student info. Okay. think it will work something like this.
Mm. I want to have the name of the student. I don't know whether this syntax max by will work. Are you sure about this?
Actually, MaxPy will calculate the maximum uh, friend by comparing each student with reference. So it will compare the friends actually.
But where we are getting the count, or we have to get the count, and after that you have to apply max by.
Okay.
I'm still not sure because students dot get friends will get the least, and you're operating comparing over that, where we are getting the count of the students. Are you sure it will work? You have to get the count of the friends, right? And after that you have to apply max by. I don't think you are doing that. You're directly applying comparing over that.
Okay.
You're trying to achieve all the things in one go. I already said you may have some intermediate results, or I don't think it is possible in one line.
Okay.
I I think, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically,
I
I'm
think,
creating a string and a list of string. I'm creating a map of it. So for each student, I'm trying to map it and trying to see like how many friends are there and storing it in a list of that. So it will group like for each student name. I'm creating the map for that, storing the list of all
okay,
their
okay,
friends, and then
okay, okay,
based on that, I will take it and use it here, like collectors.max after this.
okay, 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 no problem. Just do one thing. You have that lambda expression x arrow x dot get friends, right?
Yeah.
So what you are trying to achieve here?
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to map like each student data, whatever student's data is coming. I'm trying to group based upon the key, which is the student name and the corresponding friends. Like that particular student will have their list of friends. So I'm trying to get the data based upon the student name and getting the friends, and then collecting it in a list. So getting all the friends data and collecting in list. So.
Okay, just do one thing. Copy that lambda expression x arrow x dot friends.
Mhm.
Okay, just paste it outside. Okay, just try to create variable out of it. You have to create one variable
Mhm.
for this lambda expression so that I can have other lambda expressions assigned to it. Just create one variable for this lambda expression.
Okay. So.
See,
Yes.
x arrow x dot
Mhm.
get friends. You have passed it to mapping, right? I
Yeah.
just want to have one variable there instead of hard coding it.
Mhm.
I just want to have one variable there.
Okay.
Try to make it specific. This is very general. You are talking about function. If you're talking about function, then it is very general.
Mm-hmm.
Try to make it more specific. Which a particular functional interface will apply here. If you're talking about a lambda expression, which particular functional interface will apply?
Basically, function will be applied because I'm giving input and I'm getting the output.
No, the function is very general, right?
Okay.
I'm just talking about x arrow x dot get friends.
Mm-hmm.
This is a kind of lambda expression, right? You
Yeah.
have to assign it as a variable. We are
Yeah.
not dealing with a function here. We are dealing with a lambda expression.
Yeah. So we can call accept method and then pass the value over
No,
here.
no, I'm not talking about any class where you have to implement this. Just create one variable for this that I can pass, that I can pass within that mapping. No, no, I'm talking about that lambda expression that you have pasted
Yeah.
at
This
line
one.
number
This. Yeah.
68.
This one can go here. No. Friend list is a variable only. No. This one.
No, no, friend list is a different thing. I'm talking about that lambda expression, x arrow x dot get friends. Just assign it to any variable. How can you assign it to any variable?
Means whole you want to assign or only after lambda you want to
Yes,
assign?
yes. No, 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 no. Only you have pasted at line number 68, right?
Yeah.
Just assign it to any variable. X arrow x dot get friends.
Here only you are telling.
Yes, yes. That whole thing. I don't want to hard code it. I just want to have one variable here. How you will define it?
So can I not create here and store it here, or do you want me to directly put it here?
I'm talking about that whole part, not just list of students, right? I'm talking about that lambda expression x arrow x dot get friends.
Okay.
Okay, leave it, no problem. Uh,
So we
you
have to
worked
create
on
we have to create one map, I think. Then we have to store data in that.
no, no, I'm talking about functional programming. Okay, leave it. Uh, you worked on Spring Boot, right?
Yes.
And what microservices you have implemented?
Yeah, so basically we have implemented different kind of microservices. So currently we have worked upon soft check deployment based microservice. So actually whenever any developer committing any code changes, so before going for deployment, actually our microservice is being called as an endpoint, and then it is being checked like is there any critical vulnerability count or severity count is there or not. So if the count is 0, then only it will be allowed for further harness deployment, or else it will be go back to developer for making changes. So that endpoint we have made of, and there is a third party SAP policy service code base which has been implemented by the team. So basically we have to fetch the data from there, and then while fetching that JSON we will be having the data within that, like what are the counts, and based on that count we are writing condition, and there will be like a overall status will be calculated. There will be like two things: first is app adherence and second is vulnerability scan check, and we are calculating status of each, and then overall status is being calculated. If it is
And
pass, then it will be allowed.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. And you have implemented it using which technology?
uh,
Spring Boot with
Spring Boot.
Java.
Yeah.
So, are you exposing any REST URLs to give that service?
Actually they are calling our service. So
Okay, so
yeah.
you are exposing some REST URLs, right?
Yeah, means our endpoint is there,
That
they are
that
calling
that
them. Yeah.
okay. Okay, I have one question related to Spring Boot REST, right?
Yeah.
So I have one UI. Okay.
Okay.
Now you already have this student class, right?
Yeah.
Now you can ignore the complex fields like friends, marks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just assume that you have roll number, name, age. Okay.
Okay.
Now what I'm doing that this student data is already stored in a database, maybe Oracle. Okay.
Okay.
So we have this student database in Oracle,
Mm-hmm.
and um, in the UI we have some information
Mm-hmm.
related to one student. Okay.
Okay.
So the UI is posting some information related to one particular student. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That information is to be updated into the database. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And after updating into the database, it will be displayed again on the UI that it has been updated. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the scenario is that one of the user's information is being given from the UI.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it is being updated in database, and it is again being returned to UI so that it can be displayed that this student information has been updated. Okay.
Okay.
So first you have to write the REST URL for this, how you will accept the information from the UI.
Mm-hmm.
So first write the REST URL for this. Then write the REST controller function for this, how you will accept the information, pass it to the backend, again get it from the backend and display to the UI. So
Okay.
just write the Spring Boot controller function for this. First write the URL.
We will be passing this student ID from the UI, like which student ID you want data to get updated. So that value will be passed here as a path variable.
Do we need student ID here? Because we are passing all the information, roll number, name, age. We are passing all the information.
Okay, okay. I thought you are passing one ID based on it. Okay, okay.
No, no, I just said that I'm passing the information related to one student, right?
Yeah, all information for that student. Okay,
Yes, yes.
okay. Yeah, so something like this it will go where student data will be the object containing the student details. Okay, then REST controller class we have to create. Then you have to pass here at the REST controller. Then public response entity data, and then student data updated. Okay,
Okay, you can assume any function which will update. Uh, you don't need to write that code. Okay, just let me have a look. Value is equal to update students. Why we have put mapping and not post mapping?
yeah, because we have to update already existing record in the database. So that's why I'm using put. Post will be used when we have to inject new data into database, like saving a resource. For that purpose, we have to use post mapping.
No, but will there be any issue if I use post mapping?
No, there will not be any issue, but actually, for design mechanism, we can make use of. But we can make use of post. It will not create any issue.
And do we need response entity here? And why question mark? We know the class, right?
Yeah, we can put a class. So
Is there any advantage of it?
yeah, actually there can be a scenario like we have to return error response, this particular data is not present, like that. Or if everything is fine, we can pass the response detail. So to handle both the objects at once, we can put question mark. So
And
that way we can.
do we need? Are you sure we need request body here? If you have mentioned REST controller, do we need request body here? Are you sure about this?
uh, Actually, REST controller is a combination of controller and response body, but this is the request body. So we need the data from the request, right? Based on that, we have to make assumption.
Okay, but then why you have mentioned response entity here? What is the need of that?
Uh,
Because REST controller will take care of something, right? Do we need to mention response entity here?
okay. You mean to say only class name we can put it over here?
No, no, that is my question. Is there any advantage or we have to
Yeah, basically
we
with the
have
help of
to
response entity, we can allow multiple parameters as well. Along with class, we can pass the HTTP status code as well. Like it is 200 or 400 or what status code.
okay. And this data will be posted to UI in which format?
JSON format.
Okay, if I want to change that, then I want to have it in XML, then where
Uh,
should I change?
I think we have to write here at the rate. No, I think we have to write producers equal to uh, application slash XML, like that. We have to write it in.
Okay,
I think here we
okay,
can write.
let's say, okay, okay,
Uh-huh.
no problem. Let's say, as you are saying that let's say am not able to get the ID related to this student, and I want to give some server error. I want to throw some server error, maybe 503, 504, some custom error. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
custom server error.
Yeah.
Then how can I do that? Using which class?
Custom error.
Yeah, we have the server errors in the range 500, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can give some validation, like if student DTO doesn't contain this data, then we can return a new response entity, and along with that we can pass that error. So we can create a separate class for that, like error message class. In that we can have like error ID, error name, and error description, and we can store that object in this class, and then we can return that class which will contain the error details as well. If it is a part of HTTP status code, we can directly return that, return new response entity, then pass that code like 500, 504, like that. But if it is like a custom which is not already there, we can add our own by creating a class and then setting that error code.
Okay, no problem. Do you know what are some of the design patterns that are associated with microservices related to various functionalities?
Uh, as far as I remember, it's like saga design pattern is there. So basically, it is for circuit. Sorry, it is basically for distributed transaction. If there is a issue coming with that, so saga design pattern helps resolve that. And there is a circuit breaker design pattern. So in that design pattern is useful when one service is calling another and that is calling another, but we are not getting the response, and the main flow is being in hold state for long time. So it will take long time to get the response. So in that scenario, that will be used.
Okay, there are so many design patterns, right? You recall only two?
Uh, there is,
Because
yeah,
microservices is a very complex functionality. It has to do with many layers, right?
yeah,
So there are so many design patterns associated with each layer.
yeah,
Distributed computing, I'm talking about.
yeah. There is choreography and orchestration design pattern also there.
Okay.
So
And
yeah,
you also mentioned about some core Java design patterns like creational design pattern.
hmm,
Okay.
yeah, that is
So we
particular to
have
Java. Yes. So singleton and factory we can use.
we have we have so many classes
Hmm.
in the core Java API, right?
Yes.
So do you recall any specific classes that demonstrate some design patterns?
Class name itself.
No, no. There are so many classes, and uh, there are some classes which mimics or may explain that it follows some particular design pattern. So, do you recall such classes, class names?
Uh, uh, I think class dot for name is the,
It it explains which design pattern or it follows which design pattern.
I think it follows factory design pattern. So
Okay.
yeah, for name will be accepting data based upon the data type. So you can have that.
And
Apart from that,
if we are talking about Spring Beans, because
yeah,
even if
Spring
we
Bin.
are talking about Spring MVC or a whole
Yeah, it's actually
uh,
singleton in nature. Spring is by default singleton.
Uh, okay, no problem. How good you are in SQL, SQL?
Yeah, actually in JPA we have used in queries and SQL specific native queries also we have written in JPA level. Yeah,
So you can write some SQL if given some problem. You will write SQL.
yeah,
Okay. Let me give you one example.
okay.
Just some simple SQL I'm expecting.
Hmm.
Just want to check.
Okay.
I'm thinking you something. Okay, just open that. This is our famous database, employee database.
Hmm. Okay. Depart-
Just study it.
Department number is common. So foreign key constraint. Okay.
Okay, I'm just
Okay.
giving you one simple query. Okay.
Hmm.
Now these two tables are related to each other. Like we have that department number column, which is common
Yeah,
to
department
both the
number column
tables.
is common. Yeah.
So just answer this query. I have pinged you. Try to write SQL for this.
So I have to print maximum salary, minimum salary, and department name, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Department name, maximum salary, and minimum salary.
Okay.
Are you done with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you explain what is a foreign key?
Yeah, actually, the foreign key is the that particular column field value for which is directly linked to the one of the column for the main table. Let's suppose this EMP is there. EMP is having department number, so that same department number is being linked with another table DBT's primary key, which is the DBT number. So that linking of the one column data with another as a foreign key constraint. So this is the way.
Okay. What is a composite key?
Composite key, I think it's a combination of multiple keys together, where one particular column data is not sufficient to make the table as unique and not null. So, to make multiple fields based on which we can calculate the uniqueness, then for that reason we can go for composite key.
Can a foreign key be composite?
Foreign key, okay, just into that. Uh, Foreign key. Yeah, along with that, if you consider another field's data together, it can be considered as a composite key.
Okay. Okay. I think it's more than 1 hour. Okay. I think I'm good with my questions. Do you have any question for me?
Yeah. So basically means what all kind of project currently it's being worked upon in Techmania?
I think this is for some healthcare domain. I'm not sure about that because I just take interview, but this is related to healthcare domain. Yeah,
Okay.
healthcare related to project.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Got it.
thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you so
thanks
much.
a lot. Thanks for your time. Bye.
Yeah. Same. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.